Vicky. Tiff, I want your answer as well. You sticking with Vexed?
No, I'm not. I don't want to curse them anymore. So let's just go. I'm going Na'Vi. They've been inching their way, finding themselves dabbling in the end game circles, but I just want a little bit more out of them in that moment. Maybe take some pressure, fight the other teams. Maybe some RNG in that end game circle will pull in their favor and Na'Vi will come out on top.
All right, well, there you have it. We got Na'Vi and we got Vicky with the Scars pick, or sorry, the Nightmare pick. Here we go. Game number 6. I got Aurora, baby. I'm still rolling with them. We'll see if they can clutch up. It all comes down to game number 6. Tiff, Vicky, take it away.
Thank you so much, Follow. Let's go. Our final game of the day here for the Emea region, Tiff. It's been one heck of a day. I love seeing Alliance stay consistent. And while we get set up here for our final game, I'm excited to see if we're going to still see some of these 50-50s. It looks like Na'Vi is still fighting Echo Esports over on the side of Climatizer. And we do have another West Circle. This is interesting because we're exiting out of our Fragment West, rather it was north of Fragment West Circle in that open area, but we saw in our first game here on World's Edge a circle that ended up being over Lava Fissure. I'm expecting this circle to maybe pull more towards staging to landslide.
Well, staging is going to be really preferential if you're Vexed Gaming and, you know, Fallout. He said Aurora, but we also want to stick with Vexed a little bit, even though I was kind of like, I want to see Na'Vi do well. But if you're going to say the circle is pulling towards staging, Vexed is going to have that upper hand because they are not going to be going on those half the map traverses to try and find through those mid-game KPs. They're going to get the late-game KP. So we'll see how it goes for them. But meanwhile, Alliance and their home of Thermal Station just getting kitted out. You've got that purple-blue napkin, as Wig would say. And we're going with a longbow in Mandy's hand, which, you know, when he was playing Gibby a lot, it was always that shotgun. At one point, he said, "My beak go crazy" in scrims. He had a Mozambique charge rifle, and I was like, holy. And sure, it didn't pan out for success, but that's okay because it's different now.
I'm upset hearing that. You know, but I'm not even surprised whatsoever as we take a look at some of the other squads that are over in Lava City. We may know that there was, I believe it's Scars that lands in Big Mod, so Foot Esports that land over in Lava City are already making their rotation towards Big Mod because we can see that there is a beacon over there. So it doesn't look like there's going to be a fight right now with already Foot Esports using the heartbeat sensor to ensure that this is a cleared space for them. They hear a Valkyrie, but I do believe that's their own friendly Valkyrie. As you can see, nobody coming up on Taylor's heartbeat sensor. But looking at the beacons and talking about the beacons, as one beacon is by staging, you can see her rising forest outside of this area. It's Aurora, Fallout's pick to pop off in this final game, already looking to take an early fight.
It's like they heard him, Vicky. It's like they were like, Fallout said that we should go ahead and win another game, so we're gonna do that here in map number 6 because we want to get to the top of the leaderboard, and Cleavy just throwing down all of the damage. It doesn't even matter if they've got, let's get spicy. I love that. But this is what they need to do, right? Close the distance. Make sure that they can get that gap kind of centered around them and then just full force it. But it is still early game and there is no reason to just chase someone halfway across the map. Let them go. If they're disengaging, you're live to fight another time. But I always feel like Vexed over here in the staging area is going to have all of these teams looking to rotate into them. And they are sharing, you know, trading it out, giving Unlucky that purple shield, and IGL Matafe going to take the white.
And look at the pressure that they put onto Alliance, where they basically forced them to sit down back on the low ground when Alliance wanted to rotate outside of Thermal Station. They have the information from the beacon that is located in the Thermal Station. You can see it off to the right side of Yuki. But Vex Gaming, this is an aggressive squad that they decide to wake up and choose violence, and Alliance don't want to be caught on the other side of that violence when they're ahead in the overall leaderboard. So they're taking to the skies. They're forced to use a skyward dive to get through this choke point, and now they're going to reposition themselves where they can actually keep pressuring Vex Gaming for this next circle rotation.
And I think that's exactly what they need to do. If you're being gate kept, take to the side, you do the gatekeeping. And you know, Vex no stranger to the fights, but basically they just need to bide their time. If they want to make it to that late game, it's the moments where they have to decide what is a good fight for us, because we know that their micro, their cohesiveness when it comes to these fights, it's like Matafe, able to give out the calls and allow Tyler and Unlucky to just wreak havoc on the teams that they descend upon. So I kind of like that, but making sure that you know what you're doing. As Corpa themselves, not really finding a whole lot of success here today. I'm looking for them to have a strong showing here in map number 6. So let's see what they are able to do as they make their way towards the next zone.
They desperately need it. I mean, right now, they're sitting overall in 15th. Their best placement was, I believe, 5th place in one of the early games that we had seen so far. But Corpa have been able to take these fights, but they are not getting the placements that they want. As you can see, Aurora, on the opposite side, they've been able to find a lot of success, even with an unorthodox comp running the Mad Maggie, the Caustic here, as Scars also in a fight themselves. A lot of fighting happening on these choke point sides, but Scars has the information on where the circle is going to be pulling, as well as the black market, so that way they can loot up quickly.
Loot up quickly indeed. And Scars, I mean, the thing is they are always bunkering down. And you've got Taishin on the Caustic to really help that extra moment. That is your anchoring. You know, you had that Newcastle Watson back on Storm Point, but utilizing Caustic to control the space that you're in and allowing Hiarka to just find success and with a little bit of movement from Lobus Tactical, but that black market providing so much fruitfulness. But they are getting poked and prodded from the nearby POI. So just gonna kind of dash back inside and look for a little bit more information. I don't think they're going to get a clean push into this if that team's going to hold high ground and keep them off it.
Yeah, they may have to wrap around instead and take the longer route through north side of Thermal Station if possible. But then if they do opt to do something like that, you can expect other squads that are exiting out of Harvester to be able to contest them, especially if they're rotating from Lava Siphon. Scars also do have the Valkyrie available to them, so I'm expecting a Skyward Dive potentially here from Scars if they don't want to take this fight. Let's do a listening to Scars to see what their next moves are going to be.
Kill us. And people vaulted from top, I think. Can we have a look there?
Yeah,
I don't see anyone. Wanna go together?
Yeah, we should. Yeah, we should have a look because if this high ground is free, we can play that a bit more. Be careful, people here, because I used to hot here with the boys.
Watch out,
people.
guys, people!
No, I'm dead. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Don't wait. Go back. No, go back. Go back. This is done. Aye. Be careful, and I'm going. Maybe now you can do the thingy of the cart, Sharon. Go on the cart. You and Taishin. I'm not joking. It's the only play you guys have. Yeah. It's just vibe inside there, and that's it. You got this, boss. You got this.
Come here to me.
My bad.
Oh.
You guys win this, no joke.
Could literally try.
They don't have Cyril. I don't think they will win. They don't have Cyril.
They're just looting.
Yeah, that is good. They will come my banner, 100%.
Do you think I can get your banner, bro?
Nah, they will camp it. You can try, but where do... you can res me. Nah, you cannot, Jared. They're dead.
They're still there, bro.
Yeah, you just need to Valkult whenever you have it. That's it.
They're coming to us now.
Oh, Maggie, man.
They will push us now. This trap is ass, by the way.
Just fight them. You guys win this. You got this.
What a tough listen-in for Scars, because immediately right afterwards, Hierarcha, he warned the rest of Scars, all right, be careful peeking right here. I expect this block to get hot real quick. This is where we used to hide with the other boys, and Scars, they were trying to be careful, but Hierarcha, unfortunately, was caught by start of fight with that longer rotate around the corner, and of course, you saw the Mad Maggie tactical coming out from behind. That's going to be Aurora, who also want in on the fight without overextending themselves, but Scars are in a very difficult position. They have the Skyward Dive, but is it going to get cut short like we saw from start of fight?
Yeah, and that's tough because we saw that Skyward Dive kind of get ripped from them and you have to wait for it to recharge. And I love that they were kind of calming about, hey, can we get your banner? No, they're going to camp it. And typically that does happen. That's the moment where you really decide if you full a team at that point in time, that moment where you want to get your teammate back is nil. Like, it's almost very rare that someone's going to get a very nice reset after they've been full. And look at that, Scars now relegated to a duo to fight it out here. Currently sitting in second place as we go into map number 6, but Nightmare Esports, Vicky, it's that team that you are kind of hoping to pop off. They are able to get the Skyward Dive off, but they are being poked and prodded from all around. Denze taking so much damage. Now, can they withstand? Hit those skydive emotes, guys, because you're trying to dip, dodge. 5G's a dodgeball it out.
Yeah, I gotta dance around it too. Dance around the bullets as they're forced to land on the low ground right here, but in the line of sight of other teams. Look at these little wall hops here too, as Lamech is able to get out of that position. Nightmare Esports, though, playing split up just a bit more than they were expecting here. As you can see, Lamech, unfortunately, he did not get the memo to land on the high ground here, and he loses out on his life. I believe that might be AIG that's on the other side as Game Warrior looking to take this fight here too. So much fighting happening over here. They trade 1 for 1, but it's Echo Esports that have the advantage, but they can't get away. Game Ward are ready with the card to their back to get that final member of Echo Esports and get this res.
And that's what you need out of Game Word, right? We've been looking for them to find a lot of success here, and that was a beautiful fight. Very well done. Able to get a good clean reset and now go on to the next one. You just got to keep on keeping on basically here. And in map number 6, what better way to do it? But let's cut on over to VZN, currently sitting in 14th place here in map number 6. This is the first time we're seeing Nox, and now they're finishing off their first set, coming out on that rotation, finding a team looming within. And now the question is, are they going to be able to get this? Fighting in the ring is so spicy, and all the damage going out. Nox able to get a knock on Asanya. That's going to be Na'Vi in front of them, and now VZN is able to be the thorn in the back. Na'Vi taken out of the lobby, and I wanted them so desperately to get a map win.
Oh, they needed it too, because I think they were on the outskirts of the top 5 in the overall leaderboards before this game. I think they were number 6. So VZN getting the KP that they need, now holding on to 3. They wanted to take that fight outside the circle. I'm wondering where Game Ward is, because we saw them just in an earlier fight over here. Now, as you can see, the longer rotation coming in from VZD, they're going to be able to get into that next circle, take that longer rotation, as Fire Beavers are also in a fight on the other side.
Ooh, and the Fiverr Beavers are heating up, and they smell it. They want to get in on the action. Watson Fences and a little bit of a sniper action going to make them have to force that question. Do I want to peek right now? No, I'll reposition. Maybe this isn't the fight. You do not want to go into the open against a team that is holding it so well with Watson Fences and a long range. This is like, hey, this is not my fight, but this is a good moment. This will be the last chance they'll be able to have this rotation through landside down into the caverns where that vault is and come out on the other side. The question is, who is on the other side? But let's look at V2. They're nearby that building that Scars kind of got trapped in early on.
Yeah, and remember that Aurora had them in their line of sight originally, with all their squads making their rotation outside of Harvester. You can see V2 maybe sharing that real estate. They're just on the high ground right now. Not too sure if Scars is still here. I believe maybe they were able to get a rotate in and start a fight, or actually on the other side, they were the squad that was exiting Harvester. Game Ward, though, after they just finished having a fight themselves, are now taking another fight. Psychop actually falling so incredibly low, only leaving up to A-Bot here. Can he clutch it out? He's got the car. He's got the purple extended light bag here, too. Does he have the reload, though, on the flatline with VZN looking to approach him?
Ooh, going and throwing all the damage. Game Ward is going to be decimated from the lobby. Zane able to go ahead, but down. They only have 100 light ammo, so hopefully you can find some supplies here in the nearby loot. Your blessings from the relegations of the lobby, but Corpa also eliminated from the lobby. We were looking for them to find some success, but it's just not going to be their days. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes you have off days, and we saw that happen with Alliance and Scars, who are finding so much success here today. Now, the question begs to differ. It's like, hey, were these zones in your favor? Were you encountering some of the teams that found success in your first matchups? But regardless, VZN beginning their trek onto their rotation.
Better late than never here, too, for VZN. As you can see, a lot of these other squads and where the circle is going to be pulling. It is going to be a staging circle, but let's not forget that Alliance were kept on the low ground over in Thermal Station for quite some time. They were able to take the Skyward Dive, get ahead of the curve from Vex, who are now making their rotation towards staging. You can see the IG have been posted up inside that building off to the left side for a really long time, because they're rocking the Loba. It's not like they have to overextend to make sure that they have the loot necessary to take on some of these fights. But I'm worried about some of these teams that have taken the real estate on the outskirts of staging a little too early, because that's going to leave you opened up to get sandwiched really easily in this circle.
And I think that's a very valid point, because yes, rotating and playing zone is absolutely fantastic until you don't have the team composition or the ability to kind of hold down the vicinities. You know, those buildings inside of stagings, they have multiple doors. There's different angles that you're able to get. And when you play the inside of staging and you're trying to nestle yourself into a corner, I don't see too many Newcastles here on World's Edge like we typically see in NA. So that's going to prove to be a little detrimental to some of these team compositions. Meanwhile, Nightmare Esports, Start a Fight Esports going to fall, and Alliance finding themselves in a scuffle here on the outskirts. Mandy taking a lot of damage, forced to hop off that grab lift and kind of reset. The question is, who is going to be the throne in their side? Well, it's going to be someone running crypto, probably Game of Drones, and it is. Torch finding so much success and damage on the way. This is not what you want if you're Alliance.
Yeah, and he's got limited ammunition, though, with that R301, so they need to be able to finish this fight so that way they can secure the loot necessary to take on the next fight here. With this choke point hold, though, that Game of Drones is going to be able to keep up the pressure against Alliance. I'm thinking that Alliance is either going to take the skyward dive to force their way into that next circle, or are they going to continue on this pressure? Because they got 35 seconds before that next circle is going to close behind their backs.
Ooh, and that's what you got. Alliance able to get a full reset, though, so now they're prepped and ready to punish Game of Drones for even trying to take them down and hold them. My question to you is, do we take to the skies? Do we have that skyward dive available to us? It would be a gamble, right? This late in the game, hitting to the skies and going about that is super spicy, but I kind of like this. Trying to nestle yourself up onto the rocks. My question is, will they take the ult from here to give them that extra little push to try to get over the top? I'm not...
I think that was cheeky. It definitely looked like that's what their goal was. They're going to take the skyward dive anyways, but like you mentioned, is it going to be enough leverage for them to get around this rock to get the... That would have been funny, actually. I'm tired of these seers griefing me. Now everybody needs to deal with the same pain. Alliance, though, get out of that line of sight, all that tactical, and are going to be able to get right back into staging.
Ooh, now let's hope that wherever they land is going to be free real estate, which is probably nil because this is such a jam-packed lobby with 11 squads remaining, everyone trying to find this, and V2 with a plethora of death boxes inside and a great positioning here, just looking to find as much damage as they can.
And while they are dishing out a lot of that damage, we're going to take a look and listen in with V2 to see how they're going to stuck and starve these stragglers getting into the next circle.
Wait. Nading.
Kill them now.
Taken. Popping back. You're alone. I'm coming.
I'm pushing this.
Okay, be careful of the shim on top.
In front of me.
I'm with you.
Chill. There is a team.
I need to
Go back. This is dodge. Go back. Can you?
Yeah, I can.
Wait, I need to cover you. Heal up, then come. Okay? Come back.
You have a medkit?
Yeah.
I do. Take.
Shoot this guy. Back. 3, 2.
Enemy here.
Yeah. That's V2's listen-ins. I know they're struggling a lot being on the other side of the overall leaderboards. I believe they're in 19th place. They're looking to secure as much KP as possible. They have 4 to their name right now, and with 8 other squads still alive in this lobby, they're trying to deny the opportunity to allow those squads like IG, Foot, Scars, Horizon for being able to rotate through these train tracks.
You bring up Scars. I'd be curious to see just how far they've made it as a duo in this lobby, because as they are contending right now to take down Alliance, and as I say a duo, we've lost Taishin in the process. It's Jarovic right now with that gold R301. Ooh, dual R301. Okay, I see you, but you gotta do what you can do and checking in with them. Alliance, a 3-stack, looking to reign their dominance at the top of this leaderboard, looking so clean, so healthy. Fallout, you knew they were gonna win. You're like, Alliance is gonna take the victory here, and you know, it's not me. I didn't say it. I didn't curse him. I'm looking at you on set. We're one and the same here.
Yeah, the curse lives on sometimes, but hopefully not this time around, with Alliance still maintaining all the points of aggression as well as the positioning in this next circle. They're looking great. They're on looking as well the squad that is on the train tracks. I believe that is LFO, who are looking to push on their advantage, but that's 4 different squads that are sharing the real estate on that bridge, and with the circle closing in, you could expect a lot of chaos. Aurora also in a very good position on the opposite side of Alliance. They managed to get this finish. They managed to finish off V2, and you can hear the Valkyrie swarming right above them, but Aurora aren't gonna let them get away. That's some free KP served on the silver platter for Aurora.
They didn't let anyone just get away. They took down Scars, so Maliwan gonna find the rat in itself of Jarovic, and now 4 squads remaining. Aurora holding a nice position here on the outskirts of the ring. Now, this is the moment where you just gotta play it a little bit safe, but can you force the other teams to fight, and then you come in at the very last moment? Or do you wanna make a play, like you said early on, get that aggro, because you find yourself in 5th place. You need all all of the KP that you possibly can get, and you have to take it away from Alliance, who has so much strength right here. 3 squads remaining. LFO forever eliminated. Now, this is the moment we've all been waiting for.
Horizon versus Aurora versus Alliance. Alliance and Aurora have the best positional advantage in this next circle right now. You can see the pings going down for Alliance with a squad to their right that they gotta be wary about, because that squad, the entryway into this next circle, could be right behind Alliance. They could sandwich this team, and Aurora could help them. You can see the off angles that they're taking right now with round 6 now closing in behind their backs. What is it gonna be here for Alliance? They need to make sure that they're not caught in the middle between Horizon and Aurora.
Well, this is going to be the tough spot, because you see Horizon just nestled down there, and it seems like Aurora is looking at Alliance, and everyone's kind of ignoring Horizon. And if Horizon doesn't take a lot of damage here, they're going to be the ones that like prefer to have the third party. But Yuki just going under fire right now, and everything's getting crazy. When you see the Mad Maggie Wrecking Ball come out, this is going to get crazy. Now, Alliance able to get a clean little reset, but Haki's very hyper aware that Horizon is down here and firing down onto Horizon now.
Horizon playing off the side. Here comes the EMP coming in as Horizon do get that first stock here for Alliance. I'm wondering if Aurora going to capitalize off of this. Can they be able to fully push in as Horizon now? This is the sandwich that I was worried about Alliance. Horizon going to capitalize now, fighting up against Aurora at the same time.
This is the punishment. They waited and bided their time. Now the question is, the knock comes in on Cleavy. Horizon closing the distance, but you're going to fall in the form of Zero. Can Arvin and Mimu keep the dream alive and maybe come out on top for this moment? They're doing everything that they need, but Yuki has something to say. Yuki comes in and says, bye, Aurora. Now they turn their sights onto Horizon, and this is the moment we've been waiting for. Mimu finding some clean shots in the back, just need to dust it out, and Horizon is your winners here in map number 6.
In the final game that they needed here too, they prevent Alliance from getting the 3-peat, okay? They already took game number 5. They already took an earlier game for game number 2. Enough is enough. You guys secure as much points as you can. Now it's our